Hello, hi, what's up? I'm Sofa, here checking in. Feels like it's been such a long time since I filmed something, but you guys haven't noticed any difference because I schedule my videos and stuff, so never mind I said anything. I changed the microphone so it's a little bit closer to me. Hello. To get better audio, I'm bad at audio stuff. But to get better audio. So this is my microphone, don't mind. I have a little cute sticker on it. Let me show you guys. Can you see this? It's a kitty. It's a kitty cat. Oh! You probably shouldn't put stickers on your microphone, but I thought it was cute, so I did that. Okay, we good? We good. Yes. So I did a reading Aries books, which was interesting. It made me read more books that I normally wouldn't read. Really long books, even like a fantasy book. And I thought it was such a good experiment. So I'm thinking of that we're gonna read more books that are like recommended to me, that I don't choose by myself 100%, like books I should enjoy. So we did the Aries books because I'm an Aries, but I'm also personality type INFJT. Bam. So I thought, hey, maybe we can find some books that are INFJ or INFJT, you know? And for people that don't know about the personality test, let me pull it up for you and I will show you guys, okay? Here we go. Here's the personality test. Ta-da! So, INFJ advocate is a personality type that is introverted, intuitive, feeling and judging traits. Wow. Tend to approach life with deep thoroughness and imagination. Their inner visions, personal values, and a quiet, principled version of humanism guide them in all things. Yeah. So this is me. You know, go ahead, read. Do the thing. Yeah, I'm an INFJ. I'm one of those rare Pokemons. I'm one of those shiny ones. So yeah, I really enjoy things that make me feel and think, and yeah, judging, definitely judging toward myself 100%. We are gonna head into some INFJ books. So let's go on the Googles and check it out. Yes, I got my handy dandy phone here. I switched my phone case. Look at this shit. It's blue. It's blue. Anyways, let's see what books I should read according to the internet. So I just Google searched like INFJ books and Goodreads come up. So we're gonna go with Goodreads. So this is some suggestions, apparently, for my personality type. Perks of being a wallflower. I really want to read that. Also really want to see the movie. So that could be a fun book to dive into for sure. Hey, Hunger Games are in that. Wow. The Hunger of the Games. I read the first Hunger Games book and then I started the second one, but it's been such a long time. I bought one of those books that was like super chunky, that had at least the first and the second one in it. I don't think it had the Mockingjay one in it, but it was all gold and shiny and pretty. Would be fun to return to the Hunger Games, for sure. Kafka on the Shore, yeah! I'm a sucker for Murakami! I really want to read Kafka. It's one of those Murakami books that I always tell myself I'm gonna read, and I never do it. And I stand in queue, and then I stop standing in queue in the library, and yeah. Fault in Our Stars, yes, read it a long ass time ago. I thought it was really great. I actually rewatched the movie recently, and bruh, it got me in tears. The emotion emotions. Oh my god. Emotional damage. Hey, Life of Pi has a book. I watched the movie. Maybe that could be interesting to read. Oh, The Colorless Sukuru Sakai and his... I probably butchered it, but that is a great Murakami book. I love that one. Love it. Old Man in the Sea. Yes. So good. So good. I can say that some of these books that are recommended to me, I already read. How did that happen? It's like they know me. Bruh. Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. Damn. The Lord of the Rings come back. It never disappears from me. Damn. Oh, Inkheart. I would like to read Inkheart sometime. Hey, Tokyo Ghoul. Hey. I have that book at home. That's one of my faves mangas, you know? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's why I like it so much, because it's an INFJ book, right? Right? I'm gonna go through some of these books and see what I can grab from the library. And I will check in with you guys when I read the books and give you my thoughts and opinion. And, you know, let's do this together. If you're an INFJ... or whatever personality type, you know, let's read together and see if we agree with the book recommendations or not. See you on the other side. Yes! Hi, I'm back with some INFJ books for you guys. Whoa! First things first, I really enjoyed this experience and it's been really fun reading books that are recommended to me, like the things I enjoy. So let's see how good they fit me. First book is The Hunger Games. Yes. I have read this book one time before, but it's been a long time. I mean, at least 10 years. So it's been a while. This book is about teenagers, young people, kids to teenagers, basically. And they get chosen by a chance, basically, to enter something called the Hunger Games, which is they collect all these teens and children and they fight for survival, like they are killing each other. So it's brutal. And there can only be one winner, and that winner who makes it wins a shit ton of press and money and becomes kind of like the face of the competition. They have this Hunger Game competition every year and there are different districts. You could think of it as countries or states, basically. Some districts are richer and some are poorer. And they all fight from the different districts with their own special abilities and capabilities. And they fight to the death to win the money, to survive, and to get back with their families in some sense. Such a riveting book. It's not wasting your time. It goes right into the action. The action for sure. Such an exciting book. It deals with things like politics and also moral things, what's right or wrong. This is like taking place in a dystopian world, in the future kind of vibes. You follow a character named Katniss, and she's from a district that is poor. She get not chosen, basically. They go to this ceremony where they pick up the name from like a glass cup. Those ones, the fish glass cup. She has a sister that she cares about a lot named Prim. And her sister, her younger sister, gets chosen. But because Katniss cares so much about her sister, she actually volunteers as a tribute. You are allowed to do that in the games, so she goes into the Hunger Games instead of her sister. And from each district, once again, country or state, they're choosing a female and a male. So they choose Katniss, who's a female. She's really good with bow and arrows and setting traps and stuff. Very good at doing that. And then also the other person who gets chosen is named Pita. Pita! The bread boy! Bread boy! And the bread boy's in the chat. He gets chosen as the male for the Hunger Games. So those two are representing basically their district. It's a whole industry of this. The Hunger Games has been going a long time. It's basically broadcasted to everyone, all the districts, so they can see the live footage while they are in the Hunger Games and trying to fight for survival. Katniss, Peter, amongst a bunch of other kids and teenagers. There are a very big class change. There are really like the rich people and then the poor people as it's portrayed. And at least the rich people, I know they gamble on which player who's gonna win, like who's gonna survive this Hunger Game thing. It's very much like a reality show mixed with war is how I can describe it. It's really brutal and heart-wrenching. The way the author describes everything is super easy to follow, and it's also interesting to think about other characters. Like, we follow the book through Katniss' perspective, you know, archery girl. But it's really interesting to think about the other characters and how their story is, or how their story were. There are movies of it also. So it is 3 books. I read the first one, The Hunger Games. There are also movies. I believe there are 4 movies. I watched them back when they came out. And after reading this book, the first book, I really wanted to read the other books, but also rewatch the movies. It made me want to consume more, basically. I'm just gonna say that Ruth, best character in the whole book. Such a thrilling ride, awesome, heartbreaking, also kind of provoking. It is a young adult book, it's a YA, but it deals with topics, once again, like morals and politics in a soft way, in my opinion, and it makes it more, basically. Like, it's not so simple. There are layers. Their onion has layers. Ogre has layers, yes. So I can just highly recommend the Hunger Games series. If you haven't already read it, you should have, because it's such a known series. Once again, only read the first book, but I really would like to read the rest of the books. I started reading the second book way back, but then I stopped for some reason. I think it is because the Hunger Games, you go into the Hunger Games, you know? The games is the thing where they're fighting for the survival. And in the second book, they kind of do the same thing. And I think that's why I dropped it, because it felt like rehashed. But I should really give it a go. And when it comes to the movies, I actually enjoy the second Hunger Game movie more. Might be my favorite one of all of them. Which is funny because, once again, it's a rehashed thing. They go into the games and do basically the same thing. Fight for survival. So yeah, I should really give it a go with the second book for sure. But yeah, Hunger Games, awesome. Next book. Inkheart. There you go, Inkheart. This is a big one, big book. Such a whimsical book, holy shit. It deals with a mother who goes missing, and they kind of try to find the mother again. The family try to find the mother, basically. The dad has a special power that if he reads books This happens in the beginning of the book, so it's no spoiler. If you read books, the things comes to life in the book. So if it is like a villain, for example, the villain comes to life and goes out of the book, which is bad. They're looking for this missing mother who got lost somehow, and it has something to do with books. So it's like a fantasy book. You follow it through the dad's child, this girlie. She's a little kid. So you follow it through her eyes, but you meet a bunch of adorable and complex characters. Eleanor. She's a book lady. She's this lady that only cares about books, don't want to have to do anything with kids, and don't like adventures or anything. And when they introduced her, I'm like, what? Who is this, crusty person? But damn, she grew on me. I mean, she became my favorite character, Eleanor. So adorable character, great character development going on in Inkheart. Felt like I became a kid again. It has that whimsical fantasy thing going on for it, which is adorable. So I felt I was traveling back in time, like one of those cozy fantasies, like Narnia and that stuff. It has a little bit of adventure and excitement, but it's also kind of like cozy and heartwarming in a sense. The villains in this book, they made the villains amazing. Like, the villains are villains. You do not like them. They did a great job with the villains. And they have such like cool names also, like Capricorn and things like Silver Tongue, and yeah, I won't say too much, but they have such badass names. And this Inkheart book is also for people who really enjoy books. If you are a book reader, a book lover, grew up with books, some shape or form, I feel like this is just perfect for you. It has a lot of references to like classic books and stuff. Wink, wink. It's a chunky book. It's a big one, but such an adorable fantasy adventure to go back to, and I really enjoyed it. I felt like a little kid again, once again, and so cute, and Eleanor for the win. And the character just felt so natural speaking to each other, and you felt like you got to know them and they become a family. It's also sad and has dark moments for sure, and I can see how certain things might be a bit spooky and scary, but I don't mind it. I like it. Inkheart, very nice. Very glad that I dwelled into the Inkheart book. Yes! Ta-da! Now I'm gonna get into 2 more INFJ books. I just need a little stretch break, and I will get back to you guys very soon. You won't notice anything. I will get back to you guys with 2 more INFJ books. Okay? Yeah. I'm back. Before I start talking about the next book, outfit change. Outfit change. How we looking? Do I look artsy? Anyways, next book is The Perks of Being a Wallflower. This book I listened to as an audio book. And oh boy, you follow these teenagers or young adult people through school and going to college and that stuff in the US or the USA. And you follow this through a male character from their perspective of all this. This character is super smart and really, really good at school, but lacks the other things. Like they are not so good at the social thing, to understand social cues or anything like that. They are special in a way. I really loved this book. It is a drama book about school. It also touches up on subjects that are dark and heavy. It starts off with taking your own life situation. So just a little fair trigger warning. I feel like it dealt with that in a very mature and good way and not bad. But I know that some people might be sensitive to that stuff. So I just wanted to mention that. But yeah, such a heartwarming and heartbreaking book. It's a short book. I think the audiobook was like 6 hours, which you might be like, oh, 6 hours, that's long. But like going from reading Inkheart to Perks of Being a Wallflower, it's like half amount or even less than half amount of Inkheart. So so it's a small read, an easy read. I know there is a movie of Perks of Being a Wallflower too. I haven't seen the movie, but I would like to see it. I have seen the poster of it multiple times and like advertisements about it. And after reading this book, I was like, damn, I should watch that movie too, huh? It deals with love, friendship, going forward in life, high school, college, dreams, all that stuff. And this character who's obviously really talented and really smart and seeing everything through their lens, but not understanding or being as the other people. Like they are the odd one out, basically. And that can be kind of isolating, but then they find this group of friends and they hang out and grow, and it's just so heartwarming and cute, and I just love it. This became one of my favorites for sure. Like when I put it in my read in Goodreads and in Storygraph, I always put down like a grade to remember how much I enjoyed the book. It should be this now, right? But then I thought of like how much I enjoyed it. And then I'm like, no, it's gonna go all the way up, all the way up. I would love to watch the movie. I believe it got, what is her name? Is it Emma Watson? The girl who played Hermione in the Harry Potter movies. That girlie. I believe she's in it. And a bunch of other talented actors too. And it's just my vibes. Contemporary, short book, deals with drama life, a life crisis, but also like hope and dreams and becoming something and achieving something. It's really inspiring in that way. Perks of Being a Wallflower, highly, highly, highly recommend is all I can say. You got it? Okay. Next book. Yes. And the last book is Kafka on the Shore. This is also a chunky ass book. It's over 600 pages, the one I read. This takes place in Japan through two characters, actually. It's pretty interesting. It is this teenage boy who runs away from their family. It starts out like that. It's a mystery and you don't really know what's going on. So they are running away from something. And then you have this other character who's an adult. They are searching for something. So someone is running away from something and someone is searching for an answer, basically. And you follow this book through these two characters and they kind of intertwine during the book. And it has a lot of that surrealism vibes to it. It is taking place in Tokyo. It got that Murakami stuff with jazz and cafes and females. But also it got things like thinking about life and existential things, and it really unwinds and develops as it goes on. Something I do want to say about the book is that it does contain incest, so if you are extremely uncomfortable with that or uncomfortable at all, just a heads up. I did not enjoy reading those chapters. No. No, scratch that from my brain. I mean, I love Murakami's writing. I love Murakami's writing. It's just vibes. It's vibes. I'm a vibe person. With all my books, I'm just a vibe person. So Murakami has such a good way of world building. But then he puts in these questionable topics, and I'm like, why? Why? So that's why in one of my vlogs, I was like, I'm happy that I read this book, but also why did you do this to me, Murakami? Why? I mean, I read this book by myself. I mean, it was my own choice, but still. Tell me why. But if you enjoy Murakami's work, I think you will enjoy Kafka on the Shore. And it is beloved by other people. It's a very known, well novel. It's just one book, a chunky book, but one book. I have read some of Murakami's other works, and I enjoy his short stories a little bit more, in my opinion. But I can see how this speaks to people more, and it's kind of like a soft fantasy. It has a little bit of fantasy aspects to it too. So if you like that, you know. It does deal with some heavy subjects, as normally as Murakami does, with mental health and all that stuff. And just have to mention, once again, the females in this book. Murakami. You know, when you read one book, you're like, okay, well, this is from the character's perspective, and it's their gaze or whatever. But then when you read multiple of books and the females are always that, it's there, you know, it's there. But I enjoy their work so much, and I will keep reading their books from time to time. But this was probably the thickest one, the biggest Murakami book I read. Most of them are like 200 or 300 pages, I think. I think the most known work is Norwegian Wood, which I have read, actually. And there is a movie of it too, which I have not seen. I enjoy their other short stories a little bit more, actually. What is it? The Colorless... I will put it on screen. The Colorless Takoyaki? Takusaki. I'm sorry, I don't remember the last name of the character. And also Men Without Women is the name of it in Swedish. I don't know if the English title is the same, but that one I enjoy very much too. If you enjoy normal life things and vibes, once again, a lot of vibes, so much vibes, then I would highly recommend Kafka on the Shore. I would overall say it's a good book. It's a good book. Yeah. Shit. So that's all the INFJ books I got. We did 4 books this video. Same with I did another video, which is I read Aries books, which you can find here on my channel. So I just read books that were recommended to the Aries zodiac, because I'm an Aries. Take it with a grain of salt, of course, with this INFJ and also Aries stuff. Personality type stuff can only get you so far, but it is funny. You can really see how it does fit you and stuff, and horoscope things. There is some truth to it, but also some, you know, yeah. But thank you so much for joining me. If you made it so far, please like the video and subscribe. It helps me out making more of these book videos. I also do vlogs, so you can also find vlogging stuff in Sweden on my channel. Otherwise, I want to say thank you. I appreciate it so much. And take care, and I will see you guys in the next video. Okay? Take care, and bye-bye.